Well, I thought I'd try a new type of video, and thought I'd make a gear type video for the latest music video I did, which is I named oh shit, what did I name it? Travelers Upon the Road. So I just wanted to show what amps and guitars that I used in the video. And back up here a little bit. So for the 6-string guitars, I used this 1975 Ibanez 2345 white guitar. You can see the guitars in the video, and I'll put a description in the video, or in this video, for that music vid. And then also this guitar. This is my my Ibanez BK Artist from, when did I got this guitar when I was 14. My mom bought it for my birthday. It's either 14 or 15, I can't remember. But it's an 81. Tuners have been replaced, because I still have the original tuners, but a couple of the machine heads were, I don't know, they started slipping real bad, so I put these machine heads on years ago, a long time ago now, but they've been good ones. I don't know, what are they? They're they're Grovers. So yeah. Got those. I had Don from Don and Ollie's music store. Most folks won't know that. It doesn't exist anymore. But I was good friends with Don. He was the store owner. Even when I was a little kid, he always liked me for some reason. So those are the two guitars that I used in the video. 6-string guitars anyway. And then where's my Rick? Oh, here it is. Dig this out. This is my 1976 4001 Rickenbacker, black, as you can see. Let's see if we can get the focus in on that. Made in USA, model 4001. I don't know if you can read that under the strings or not, but that's my Rick. It's the only good bass guitar I got. I got a couple others, but this is the only real good one I got. And it's a 1976 model. It's got a few dings and stuff, but you know, it still works good. Everything's proper on it. It's got the Rico sound. Not that I ever use it. I guess that's what they call it, Rico sound. There's that. So that's the bass guitar. Then for the little lap steel here, I used this guitar in the video, or lap steel in the video. Got my little tuner on there. It's a Magnatone from the 1950s. Really good friend of mine sold me this guitar for $30. And And he didn't really know what it was, and at the time I didn't really know what it was, so I paid the $30 and just used it as is. Backside. I did have to replace the tuner buttons on it. The tuners are original, but I had to replace the little buttons, because the original ones were just so corroded, and you'd try tuning it and they would just crumble in your fingers. So I heated up the little peg part here and pulled them off and stuck a new one on. An old friend that plays guitar told me how to replace the buttons on the old tuners there. And he says you just warm them up real good, and the old one will just slide off and the new one will just slide right on, and once it cools down it just sticks there. And he was right, it worked great. No trouble at all. So yeah, I believe it's a Magnatone. You might correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It does have a serial number at the very top of the headstock here. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not. Let's turn it this way. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's the right way. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says 1043. It's a cool little lap steel, and it plays great. Everything works. This has been modified, but I didn't do it. Somebody before me did it. They got a longer stem, longer shaft volume pot and put in there. I guess it was just more easy access, actually, for them to, stick their pinky on and be able to turn it, do volume swells or whatever. And the tone works good, but it's inside the plate there. It's still got the old capacitor that's in there, and 1950s wiring for sure. So I think it's early. These came out in early 50s, late 40s maybe. I'm not quite sure on that. You can correct me if you want. I think when the Hawaiian slide lap steel music was really popular back in the old days like that, these came out. So that's it for the guitars I used. I just wanted to give a little description of what I used in the song. Now this is an Amp Pro cabinet. I used this in the video, but I made an amplifier inside the cabinet, which people might balk at. I don't know. But when I found it in an old antique store, along with another one, but it looks different than this one, and I don't know which one's older. But they look similar but different, is all I can say. So I got volume knobs and a little amp light up top there. Let me open it up. So here's the amplifier part. I don't know how well you can see that. Kind of lean it up against my legs here. Oop. And I've been building amplifiers for quite a long time now. And this is the circuit. Thought I'd just leave these in here. This is the circuit I used. 1953 Fender Deluxe Model 5C3 is what it is. And well, as you see, I got signal path and power path and voltages written and all kinds of good stuff. I built it in 5/3/2020, so it hasn't been too long since I built it. And there's another paper. And what I built it out of was, pardon my filming, I'm not too good of a photographer here, I'm going to get papers everywhere. So what I used to build it was a Webster Chicago Model 180 wire recorder. So that's what all this part here, this part here came out of. And I used the transformer, power transformer and all that for it, and basically just modded it over for a guitar amplifier. If you're into making guitar amplifiers, you might be interested in this. Let's see, let's unplug that. Sorry. I'll try to show you the speaker. It's the original speaker in here. And it sounds real good. Speaker works great. I believe it's a Jensen speaker, but it's branded Ampro, you know. And I'm not sure when the Ampro cabinets came out, late 40s, I think. Like I said, I found it in an antique store and I snagged it up. And let's show you this side. Well, it's got a couple of, so that is the original power transformer for the wire recorder. I use that. The output transformer is a classic tone 418038. It's got a couple of RCA 6V6s and a couple of RCA 6SC7 tubes. I believe they're both the same. Let's see. And the rectifier is a 6x5, and I made that work. And it does work. And so the slide guitar, the lap steel that you're hearing in the video, if you go watch the music video, it's this amplifier that you're hearing. And just this amplifier. Sorry about the filming of this, trying to do amps stuff and filming at the same time, right? Alright, let's just set that there until I'm done. Throw these papers back in there. Alright. So this little amplifier, this is the 6-string amp that, well, the amp I used for the 2 6-string guitars in the music video. And it is a real 1961 Ampeg reverb rocket. It's not a reissue, it's an actual 1961 model or year made amplifier. And I realize this is upside down, but those are the controls for it. And I took the back door is right there. I took it off so I could kind of show the inside. So this amplifier, It has one of the best reverbs you'd ever hear. Reverb's right there, reverb tank. Still, sorry I'm doing this with my foot. It has the original foot switch right there. And let's lean it forward here a little against the door there a little. So that is the original speaker, Jensen. Sounds real good. Speaker works great. Tubes in there. The power transformer's been replaced. I got that from Mercury, and I did recap it because it needed it. When I got the amp, it needed recapped, and I bought a new can cap for it instead of modifying new filters on there. Hopefully you can see that. But I recapped it with good quality caps. The tremolo works great. The reverb works great. Looks like I saved the original. Got a bag full of original parts here. A whole bunch of resistors that were out of tolerance. Caps that are just toast, of course. There's the original can cap. And it still has the amp label in there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can get the picture of that. It's kind of hard behind that tube, but yeah. It just tells you what tubes are in it. Stuff like that. The Radio Shack is a couple extra fuses if I needed it, but I've never needed them. And then this little piece of paper. Looks like it's just a note to myself of what tubes came with the amplifier when I received it. When I got it, the covering had been painted, and I repainted it again. But it's still the original covering, the little squares that you see on the old Ampeg amps. Did have the original speaker, so I was happy with that, and it worked. The power transformer, although, was this great big giant honking thing that I still got. And when somebody wanted more metal, they really went overboard. It worked. It wasn't quite wired right, but I got a new power transformer from Mercury Magnetics and put that in there, and it fit right, perfect in the hole of the chassis. And recapped it. Did some resistors with carbon comps. And it's got some of the old tubes and a couple of, I think I replaced the rectifier and the power tubes, of course, but I did it with the old vintage stock tubes, 6V6s. And the amp is, it's one of my favorite amps. Just amazing tone. And great reverb to it. The tremolo is a little quick, and you can hear the tremolo in the music video that I do with the black guitar. It has the tremolo of the amplifier and the reverb going pretty strong. So that's the two amps I used. For the bass guitar, I use my old Yamaha G102. I use that as a bass guitar amplifier. People might balk at that, but man, you can really get some good tones with that amp and a Rickenbacker. I never much liked it for guitar. But for bass guitar, it kicks ass. That's in my opinion, anyway. And that's what I use for the bass. Pretty much in all my videos, I've used that amplifier for the bass guitar. Turn the gain up and down for how much dirt you want, you know. And it's got reverb. I don't really use the reverb for bass guitar, but it's got it if you want it. So, but anyway, that's the amps I used. Just this one for the slide guitar, and just that one for the 2 6-string guitars. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer. Just leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer. This was a fun little project to build. I remember doing it. I just did it slow. I took my time. I didn't build it in a day or anything. I'd work on it after work or whatever, and just kind of went slow. It turned out good. It's got 2 volumes and 1 tone. Oh, the little light on the side here, I stole that out of the wire recorder too. The wire recorder, the electronics part of it worked, but the motor and some of the inside stuff were just toasted oats. So I decided, screw it, I ain't gonna fix this thing. I'll just build a guitar amp out of it. That's what I did. And it fits in the box just great. Nice. No troubles at all. Actually, that's kind of surprising. Alrighty, well, that'll do it for the gear I used for the video. If you watched, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you want. And more to come. Thanks for watching. Bye.